Good day, Miller Family Farm Trust. Today, we're going to be doing an oil change on a 2019 F250 Lariat diesel, 6.7 liter. And that's my new truck. Let's see, it's at about 5,000 miles, and I've been waiting for this oil change because I really want to get Amsoil into it. Amsoil. And it is just so, extends engine life so amazingly. So much statistics on why that oil is superior. So I couldn't wait to get the break-in oil out of the truck that Ford put into it and get some SAE 10W30 put into it from Amsoil. 100% full synthetic diesel oil. So there is different oil weights that Amsoil recommends for the 2012 to 2019 F250s. And it's really based on are you using it for heavy duty use, or is the temperature extremely cold in your area? Like Florida, obviously right now it's about 70 degrees outside. So they really recommended 10W30, obviously. Lighter weight oil to go in the vehicle. So today we just got our box in of Amsoil. I just opened it. I figured I better go grab the camera and we'll take a look inside of this and see the different stuff that we ordered. Okay, family. Oh, if you haven't subscribed, subscribe. We're doing a challenge. By January 30th, we're attempting to get to 1,000 subscribers on our YouTube channel, Miller Family Farm Trust. And I don't know if you know this, but YouTube doesn't pay a penny till you get so many subscribers. So, like this video today will be about an hour of actual recording on the camera, and then another 2 to 3 hours just of editing to put up a 15-minute video. So literally 5 hours times how many videos we've done, and it's a shame that that YouTube just keeps all that money until you get to a certain amount of subscribers. So please, please help out the Miller Family Farm channel so we can keep on bringing you great content like this content just by subscribing. It doesn't cost you anything, but it really helps us. And then when you subscribe, there's a little bell that will notify you about our newest post and our newest videos. So make sure you click on that as well. And also, down below will be links for all the stuff we're using. Because one thing I like about YouTube, it shows you how to do everything. But then you have to do all the research on top of that. And that could take hours. So I'm going to have a link down below where you get your best pricing on Amsoil. And then we got different tools we're going to be using for this. They're all basic tools. You should have them. But I'll put, just in case you don't, I'll put a link down below too where you can just click on your tools, click on your oil, click on your filter, and off you go. So let's take a closer look at what we got here from Amsoil and the different tools we'll be using for this job. Okay, one thing I love about Amsoil is their shipping. They get it out to you quick. I ordered this about a day and a half ago and it arrived this morning. So, yes, I already opened it. I was eager to get this baby open. But, so, they recommend that you do the Amsoil filter. Of course, they recommend that. And you can see right there that they say 25,000 miles. If you use their oil, what they recommend, and their filter, then they're saying that, that you might not have to change oil up to 25,000 miles. This is what I think, is that I will double. This is what I do. That I will double whatever the recommendation is by Ford for the truck. So if they say every 10,000 miles, then you might do 20. If they say every 5, you might do 10. But you can, when you go to the link below, it will tell you what they recommend. So you can see there it says 25,000 mile change interval. And this is interesting. Designated for use with all Amsoil motor oils, average filter efficiency at 20 microns, ISO 4548, and so it tells you the different, the different filtrations of this oil or of this filter and why it's so great. So we're going to be putting that big old filter on there. That thing's gigantic. On the Ford today, F250. And again, it says 25,000 mile intervals, but I don't think I would be pushing that far. Not with my brand new truck anyways. And we got Amsoil 100% synthetic signature series diesel oil, max duty protection, 6 times more wear protection, SAE 1030. So we got 3 1 gallons of that, because the 2012, I think, through 2019 takes 13 quarts of oil. So we got 3 1 gallon and then 2 quart, so that we have, this would be 13, and then we got an extra one just in case we ever need to top off the oil. And really don't need much for this job. So we got, obviously, to pull your oil bolt out of the pan, you'll need a set of wrenches. If you don't have them, again, down below we'll have them. A simple oil wrench to take off your oil filter, or one of these work pretty well too. This goes right on the filter like that, and then you just put a ratchet on there and it takes off your filter. The reason I got this out today, this is only like $2.50 or $3 or something like that, is that my other wrench that works on everything else just won't open far enough to put this big old F250 filter on. So I got that baby right there. Here is the 2019 F250 diesel 6.7 power stroke that we'll be doing the oil change on today. And let's get started. Okay, we're about ready to go underneath the truck, and the oil drain plug is right underneath where they put the power stroke 6.7. If you go right underneath there, that's the location for our drain pan, our drain plug. And there she is right there. And right next to it is the oil filter. So at least they put them close together. You know, you don't have to go searching for it. Okay, so we're using 5/8 on the drain plug. And I just want to remind you, it's 13 quarts of oil in here. So be careful not to, get one of those small oil pan, that you drain into the small oil pans that hold like a gallon, because you're going to create a environmental hazard. So, and no sense in buying a $30 oil pan when a 5-gallon bucket will do just fine. So we're taking out just over 3 gallons of oil, and a bucket's $2 or $3 for a 5-gallon bucket if you don't have one. So I got the bucket very close here, and let's do our thing. Let's loosen this baby up. Ugh. These ratcheting wrenches are just freaking amazing. I don't know why we would ever use like these old type wrenches with, whoops. I don't know why we would ever use these old type wrenches when you have a ratcheting wrench that would just, ratchet. All right, so now position. I don't know how I'm going to hold on to this. Position your oil so that it takes this right away. Because when this baby comes gushing out, it's going to be gushing out. And you should probably have gloves on, just to be honest with you, because you don't want this oil, it's cancerous. You don't want to get this oil on you, so I'm going to be really careful to wash my hands quickly because I don't have any gloves. I'll put gloves in the link down below. Of course, I get it on my hands. Oh! And you really want to let this drain thoroughly, because that old oil, obviously you just want to get it all completely out of there. And the oil filter, we're going to loosen up here in a second. And that has a whole quart of oil in it, and it's going to have a little oil in the top part of the housing that comes down to the oil filter. So that is going to come trickling out as well. So I'm going to put some paper towels, a lot of them, right underneath it to catch that. So I really don't want to pollute our beautiful earth, because we're Miller Family Farm Trust. We're farmers and we love taking care of our earth. So so make sure you catch all that oil and don't let it go into the ground or on the ground. That is a lot of oil, isn't it? Okay, so as you can see, it is still drizzling just a little bit out of where the oil filter was. But I think we're just going to reinstall that oil filter. That's good enough for a drizzle. And we're just going to hand tighten it and then 1/4 turn past that. And, you know, I think my dad always used to say, put a little oil on the ring of the filter. So there's the filter. It's dry. So we're just going to, out of the mess I made here, we're just going to take a little oil and put it right on the ring, just so it seals. The rubber ring, so it seals tightly. And remember, always keep a good wad of paper towels close to you so that you can clean up all this oil. Amsoil oil filter going on. That's pretty good. Okay, so now we got the oil drained, oil filter changed. We're going to jump up here into the Ford and fill her up. So these things are pretty high. I'm 6'2", and I could barely see down in here. So always have like a step ladder or a ladder ready to go, because you don't want to be overextending your reach when you're attempting to put the oil in. So there we go right there. 10W30 is what they recommend. SAE 10W30 API CJ-4. So we want to go look on our oil just to make sure. You can't take the manufacturer's Amsoil's word for it, but we want to go take a look and make sure on the back of this that it meets those requirements. So SAE, use in applications that require any of the following specifications: API CK-4, SN CJ-4. So that's us. Okay, well that seems to work. Okay, keep a rag close, because you don't want to get your beautiful new motor all oiled up if you drizzle oil over something. So just like that. Okay, so we're about, after putting 3 gallons in, we're about a 1/2 quart low on the dipstick. So we're just going to add about a 1/2 quart. That should do it. We'll give her a check. And make sure you stay tuned, because we're going to do the engine reset. Okay, now we're going to reset the oil, and it says change oil soon. We're just going to hit OK. Hood ajar. OK. Change oil soon. OK. And then we're going to go to settings, all the way to your right. And we're going to go down to advanced settings and hit OK. And then vehicle. OK. And then let's see, oil life reset. Hit OK and hold. So it says hold OK to reset. And resetting, you see the little dial down there going across? And now we were at 4%. Now we're at 100%. Hold OK to reset. OK. So we're at 100%. The oil is good. Now this is the problem, is that Ford has us set to the increments that it wants it set to. So you can see down there, it's 4,264 miles on the odometer. So, and they said change the first oil change at 5,000. So I think Ford wants every 5,000 miles oil changed. So if that's true, then I say with the Amsoil Signature Series that I am going to do double that. So I'm going to do 10,000. So my next oil change on this will be at 15,000. Okay, let's go out and check the oil one more time. We'll turn off the truck and let the oil settle, and we'll check it one more time. We'll get underneath, and we will check the oil filter and the drain plug to make sure it's not leaking, and we'll call this a job complete for this 2019 F250. All right, well, let's check out the old oil dipstick and see how we're doing here. There's two of them there, obviously. One's for the automatic transmission, the other one's for the oil. Let's take a look. Well, it's on the bottom 1/5. You see that right there? So we probably need to put the other half a quart of oil there. It's right there, 13 quarts on the button. Okay, so we put the other half a quart in there, and it's right in the middle of the dipstick, so that's great. Last thing we have to do is just check to make sure that we're not leaking any oil underneath. Oh yeah, I have to show you too. Look at my Amsoil sticker. I always put that. They give it to you every time you order oil, so I don't want to put it all over my truck, but I do put it on the oil pan so that people can see that I use Amsoil and don't put regular oil in here if my son is driving it or something. And it looks like the oil filter is not leaking a drip. The plug is good. We're in good shape. We're going to call this baby complete. When I went to the local, I'll leave the brand name out, but the local oil change place, and I told them I wanted Amsoil, they quoted me at $269. And so, you know, really $150 for Amsoil, the filter, all that. And I got an extra quart of oil so we could top it off if we need to over the next 10,000 miles. And I think that was like $148. I'll put the receipt right here so you know. And then again, the link is down below for the Amsoil ordering and for your F250 filter. Make sure it fits your year, but I believe it's 2012 through 2020 is what I was told, but verify all information on YouTube, including mine. Okay, she's running like a champ. I'm so happy to get the old generic oil out of there and got our Amsoil in there because it so protects the motor. If you don't know about Amsoil, you need to just Google it and see the specs on it and how much it protects engine wear and engine life. So if you plan on hanging on to your truck like I am for maybe the rest of your life, you want to really protect that motor. I don't want to pay 80,000 bucks again, so I'm 55 years old. I plan on this one lasting. We'll see, because I always have to buy new stuff. Okay, well, listen, if you haven't subscribed, subscribe now. We really need help at getting to 1,000 subscribers so we can start getting paid on YouTube. You know, we do all this work, and we love doing it. Don't hear me wrong, folks. We love doing this work on Miller Family Farm Channel. But it'd be nice just to get a little bit of money. You don't get a lot from YouTube because they keep most of it. But once you hit a certain amount of subscribers, they start paying you for your content. And man, that would be good for the hundreds of hours we've already got in and the future that we're going for. So please, it doesn't cost you anything. Subscribe now, join our family, and in the comment section, tell us what you think about Amsoil. Is it amazing stuff? I know it is, but hey, put your comment down there. No trolling though. Be really great with our other family members, so no nasty emails or messages. Just be positive and polite. Miller Family Farm Trust, folks, I want to thank you. Thank you so much for giving me this great life, for sharing with me, for letting me communicate in this way, and we'll see you on the next video.